guys, and welcome back to my channel. So yes, we're doing a part 2 to how to get a sugar daddy. Like a few years ago, I created a video explaining like how to kind of get one, and I've been a sugar baby for 3 years plus now, so it's my experiences and my tips and everything has changed so much. Yeah, so I thought I would just kind of give you some new tips and some things to help you kind of get into the realm and game of sugar dating. I also did just want to throw in a little bit that I think I'm doing pretty good, like not being sober. You know, I'm never sober in my videos, and I'm definitely not sober now, but we're doing pretty good, you know, with our thing. Anyways, let's get right into it. Before I kind of, deep dive into this video, disclaimer, this is not a video to promote any type of trafficking or prostitution or any of that nature. This is totally separate. This is totally different. And if you really know the game of sugar dating and being a sugar baby, you know there's a lot more than what the standard, what's like the word, you know what I'm talking about, like what the stereotype is for sugar dating and stuff. Okay, so I'm pretty sure most people know what sugar dating is. I think what comes to mind when a lot of people hear the word sugar baby, they think they're having sex with these 90, 80, 100-year-old men for thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, whatever your rate or whatever the thing like you think, but that is totally not true. And you end up probably getting yourself in a lot of trouble and not end up doing what you wanted to do and get what you wanted to get out of it in the first place. I know at least, having so many different types of arrangements and so many different styles, I kind of found which one worked for me, and it's different for everybody, especially since I am trans. It's a lot harder, and I have to be extra cautious and extra safe while doing this because it is a little bit of a dangerous game. Everything comes at a price. I'm so sorry, but again, I just want to say this is not a video on how to get super, super rich really fast. I mean, it is an easy way to get rich and an easy way to get a lot of money quickly, I should say, but not overnight. It's not like you're going to be making $50,000 in a night. This takes time, and it takes authenticness and honesty and realness, because you get more out of the situation if both parties are in an agreement and both parties are more real to each other and state the terms of the arrangement very clearly before anything starts or anything goes further. I guess the different types of arrangements, there are, there's the classic PPM, which is pay per meet. So when you meet up with them, you get paid that exact day that you meet up, which is most common in most situations, depending on like what the arrangement is for and everything of that nature. And it's just a quick way if you need quick cash or whatever the situation is, mutual beneficial to you and also the other person. So then there is also weekly, monthly. There's also arrangements that, you aren't getting paid physically. There are materialistic ways you get paid. Personally, I got into the sugar dating realm for bills. I could care less if you buy me that Gucci purse or that Prada shoes or whatever the situation is. I don't care. I will most likely ended up selling anything that you do gift me because I have other priorities that need to be paid before other things. So just for future sugar daddies, because I do know a lot of sugar daddies that I do meet, I do give them my YouTube just as confirmation to prove who I am in that situation. So typically there are multiple sites and multiple ways to find a sugar daddy. I know a lot of women and men want the easy way where it's just like sell your pictures and videos, which you may make like a few $100s, but you can get pictures and videos anywhere for free usually. And especially in today's age, it's a lot harder to sell your pictures and videos. So I would not recommend selling your pictures and videos, because it ultimately does not work. These men are looking to meet in real life, and it will benefit you in the long run. So let's kind of go through what a typical date looks for me. So usually on the platforms that I am on, I always put in my bio or my headline that I am trans, because I want that to be the first thing. I'm not gonna waste anybody's time, and I definitely don't want my time wasted. Another key thing is time is super important. You don't want your time wasted, and you don't want to waste their time. These are not your typical like $30,000 to $70,000 a year income men that we are dealing with. We're dealing with multimillionaires, so their standards are pretty high, and I think that you should hold your standards to the same level of expertise that these millionaires have. It's all about preference. Again, like who you want to meet up with, what you're kind of looking for. I will say, in my experiences, yes, the older men have paid me a lot more, but you can kind of, put that into context on why, a young female with an older man out in public, and obviously the guy wants to kind of show off that he could pull in younger, pretty looking, because I don't know, everybody's pretty, but in their own way. But you know what I mean. So it really just depends on you and what you're willing to do, and just make the experience fun overall. I think for some tips for kind of starting out in this realm, you kind of learn and you grow. As you go on, you set your standards, you set your abilities, you set what you're looking for, and things pretty clear. You want that to be within like the first hour within texting. Bonus points if you call them or FaceTime them, just makes the process a lot easier before meeting. I always do a phone call. If I look rough, then I won't do a FaceTime, but obviously if you look good, might as well FaceTime, might as well, to prove. You also want to be able to provide verification for these sites, just so you get that little blue check mark, so you know you're not a scammer or a bot. I will say, since COVID, things have gotten a lot harder with it being able to find like actual real sugar daddies. There are a lot of scammers on the site, and I know for the men they've said as well for the women. If you are looking to get into scamming men, that is for a different video, and that's not part of this video at all. So typically, I guess I will kind of go over what like an arrangement / first date kind of looks like for me, and what I'm kind of looking for in my arrangements, and how I kind of set my arrangements up, how long they've lasted. I started like doing this like I said, like 3.5 years ago, so probably when I was like almost turning 18, which I do not recommend going on any type of sugar daddy arrangement sites if you are not over 18. It's super illegal, and you don't want to get caught up in that stuff. So just please be honest. Honesty, like I said, will get you the farthest, and just be yourself and real, and you're most likely going to end up making the most money. Well, at least I know I have. Usually when I hit up somebody or somebody texts me, pretty simple. Hey, how are you doing? I'll read their bio. If it doesn't state what they're looking for, I'll kind of ask politely, what type of arrangement are you looking to set up? I've had all types of arrangements, long-term, short-term, pay per meet. It all kind of depends, and I kind of work with them, because I almost treat it like a business sometimes, or a service. You are there for them. So kind of look what they're looking for, and kind of intertwine what you're looking for, and put those two together. Usually, I guess like a typical would be, for me, I don't really do dinner dates anymore. I mean, that was pretty fun when I first started. Like, that's a good starting out if you're just looking for like quick, easy, little bit of cash, and maybe like a free dinner or whatever the situation is. It's good, take you out to a nice restaurant. You get to whatever the situation may be. But yeah, so you'll probably end up not making that much, or, usually the first meet for an arrangement will be probably a dinner, and kind of like just like to discuss. So nothing will necessarily go down unless you want it to, depending on the arrangement. But usually after I get comfortable, we get to know each other a little bit more. We set our standards. Usually I now look for a long-term, just because it more benefits me in the end. And usually most arrangements have started off pay per meet for me. So yes, my standards are very high and my expectations for the money part is very high. I don't meet these, this is going to sound so bad, lower class working men. I meet a lot of millionaires. I hold my standards, let's just say, pretty high in terms of financial situations and what I'm exactly looking for. So usually you'll get men that will agree to the terms and be like, okay, that's easy. Now, sometimes like you'll run into these huge millionaire men that you're like, okay, let's do a weekend together. I'll stay at your house for a weekend. We can go do stuff. We can hang out, chill, have fun. If sexual things go down, you want to make sure that both parties are in agreement 100% and that no money is discussed until later on in the period. You don't want to treat it as like a prostitution transaction because you don't want to get set up. You don't want to put yourself in situations. And it just feels more real and authentic, and you feel more comfortable and safer if you don't really discuss sex for money. Like, you know what I mean? So, a lot of stuff does go down like that, but you don't want to make it solely about that purpose. So yeah, I think the big question everybody wants to know is how much do you get paid doing this type of stuff? And again, it all depends. At the beginning, I was getting paid very low. I would say like $200 to $300 a meet, which may to some people seem like a lot, but when you pay $2,100 to $2,500, depending on bills a month, $200 is not enough, and you want to be able to keep a sugar daddy for a long period of time. You don't want to have to meet multiple sugar daddies because it's stressful, girl. Why have multiple when you can have one and get thousands of dollars from that? I was really debating whether or not I was going to say how much I charge per meet or weekly or monthly to meet with these sugar daddies, but I don't think I should talk my financial situation. Just should never talk money on camera, because if people find out how much money you have or you make, it's over. I definitely know some ex-sugar daddies and some current sugar daddies are gonna see this video, so I definitely don't want to say too much as well, so I don't jeopardize the arrangements that I do have currently going on and the ones that I'm looking to do. I will be flying out again soon to see somebody, so I'm so excited. Yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Take it what you will. If you want to know the sites or anything that is in the previous video, if you want to go find it and how to get a sugar daddy, I think I just mentioned the main site. I use a few different sites now, but you know, legal reasons and due to some viewers, I know I'm not trying to get sued for putting bitches up in situations. So it's on your time to find where to get one and what works for you. I just told you the realness of it. It's definitely a lot of work. The most money, you will be having to do some things. Yeah. But make sure it's mutual agreement and make sure that you both are willing to do. And also too, like, once you know your standards, all the men or women that you decided to sleep with, like in the past, like you just look and you're like, damn, I really set my standards to him or her. Like, no, if I can pull $1 million man, why would I pull motherfucking Jake who makes $30,000 a year, who, no hate, because love is love and you can find true love. But again, my standards are high now. Like, I can't see myself with somebody that doesn't make money and, oh, gold digger this, gold digger that. Girl, I'm getting my bag. Just like you get your bag the way you want to get your bag, I get my bag the way I want to get my bag. So let me get my bag the way I want to get my bag. Don't knock the hustle. I'll take $4,000 in a week. You could take your $750 every 2 weeks. So it plays hand in hand. But yeah, so I love you. Stay safe. Please, please, please don't get yourself in any situations that you know you can't get yourself out of. I think I'll make a video next time talking about the dangers of sugar baby, just because there's a lot of fucking, it's a gamble. It's like gambling. You invest, you could make a lot, you could lose a lot. You know what I mean? You could waste some time, you could make some time. I don't. Yeah, so I'm just really fucking gone. So I gotta, thank you, Credit Karma. Bye.